All right, welcome back. We have 343 realcopstoryvideos.com, and look them all up. They're good. I don't waste your time about that. I don't want to waste my time on the story. Okay. Working surveillance now, and we're kind of a specialized unit now. We work narcotics, but we get called upon by, we have 18 divisions or precincts, and they call in and say they have a specific problem. And one of the precincts called and said that around LAX says that we have reason to believe that an ex-con got out of prison and he's a burglar thief, and he might be operating again, and he's used to go to the airport and steal luggage. Okay, so they gave it to us, and when they give us that assignment, even though we have a regular salary by where we work, if we want to work over, that entity has to pay our overtime because our entity says that they're not concerned with that. They're doing our own thing. So they agreed to it. You have a little political stuff going on there. Does the captain of that area want to use some of his overtime for an outside entity to solve his problem? Some do have an ego, some do, some don't, whatever. Me, I just solve the problem. I don't give a crap. Okay. So we set up in the house, usually 5 o'clock in the morning, the first day. He's living in a suburb, maybe about 12 miles away from the airport. So he gets up and drives around for a day, doesn't do anything. Okay, fine. It's a male suspect. He's probably in his 50s. He's an ex-con, so he has no job, obviously. He went all day, didn't do anything. So next day, went around, didn't do anything. So then I get a call from my a-hole lieutenant at the time, another a-hole lieutenant, one of many, and says, well, they're calling saying nothing's going on, they're going to pull you off. And I go, well, you should give us a few more days, because we don't know when this guy's pattern is. So, well, I don't know. He couldn't make a decision to save his life, I swear. I think he was hermaphrodite. I think he had male and female organs, because he couldn't figure out what the hell he was doing, okay? I'd rather have a female lieutenant who knows she's a female and has some ovaries that can make a freaking decision, okay? Okay, anyway. So, I had a female captain, great gal. Anyway. Another story about her, she caused a guy to die, which she really didn't. Another story. Anyways, that's another story. Anyway, so I get a call from their captain, the captain of this area and it was a lady, thank goodness. And she says, what's going on? I tell her, what do you think? Here you go. Let's ask the guy in the field, what do I think? I'm the one that's going to investigate this. I go, Captain, a couple more days, and then we can call it, because I'm not sure what he's doing, but if he's going to do something. If you got him down there as a thief, he's going to do it again. She goes, I agree with you. I got people here telling me not to. I don't know. I said, well, you're the shot caller, ma'am. She's the boss. She goes, 2 more days. Okay, would you tell my lieutenant, please? She goes, yeah, he's kind of up here whining. And I just say, ma'am, I don't know you. I don't know him. I said, I don't know you. I know him. He doesn't know. He can't make a decision. She goes, yeah, I figured that out. Now, she's already figured out the guy's an idiot, but she can't say that. But I sure as heck can. I don't care. What are they going to do? Okay. So she goes, I'll take care of it. Okay, thank you. Sure enough, the next morning we get up, 5 o'clock. He's out about 7. Where are we headed? To the airport. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So sure enough, he drives around the airport, goes into a parking stall. I got 10 guys now. So I got one lady and 8 guys and me. So a couple guys get out, really sharp. I don't have to tell them to get out. They're just out. My guys are so good. He's walking across the road to the inbound, rivals. They're right behind him. He already goes. He goes to the carousels where the turnstiles, what do you call it, where the luggage comes down. He's watching luggage, and they're off to the side, watching him. We're watching this car. I'm thinking, oh, he's going to do something. No, he walks back out, gets and drives off. Okay, so it's a dry run. Okay, so luckily the captain gave me a direct line. So I call her up. I said, it's going to happen, ma'am. I said, went to the airport today. Oh my goodness, you take whatever case, take whatever time you need. Says, this is good. I said, okay, I'll let you know, I'll keep you updated. Oh, here's my personal cell phone number. Call me. Okay, fine. Because those captains never go there, because they have to be available for officer-involved shootings late at night. They're always on call all the time. They roll out of their house at 2 in the morning because some officer got into shooting. Tough call, but you get paid a lot of money to do that. Okay, fine. So, nothing. I'm back to his house. I'm thinking, come on, Well, the next day was the golden day. Okay, this is a good one. If it goes long, I'm sorry. Okay, wake him up. Here goes the airport. About 10 o'clock. He arrives at the airport. Same thing. Parks, goes in. Now I got 3 guys on foot. Okay, there's 7 of us outside watching the car, ready to go. He goes to he's sitting there watching the carousel. This is what he does. Okay. How sometimes people get late to the airport, or for some reason they're delayed, and so most of the luggage is taken, and there's a few left that just kind of go around. You know how that goes. They're just going around. Nobody's picking them up. Well, he watches things for 2 reasons. 1, anybody around, and 2, he's looking for expensive luggage, because he knows what he's doing. I know this because later on I'll tell you why. So he finds like a Gucci or something, some really expensive luggage. My lady officer told me that's pretty expensive luggage on wheels. Picks it up in the old days when I was young, when I used to fly back in the 70s in the Marine Corps, you had a guy standing by the gate to go out. He checked your ticket stub with the stub they gave you with the luggage to make sure nobody stole. Now they're so cheap that they charge higher airline fees, but they got nobody there to check the luggage. Figure that out. Especially now with people putting in their phones, iPhones, computers. They don't have nobody checking the luggage. They don't. They're cheap. Okay. So anyway, so he picks it up, pulls the handle, and right he goes, like he owns it. So my guys are lingering behind him. Get on the radio. He's coming out. He's coming out. So we're all ready to go in his car. Got one guy watching him come out. They're walking behind him. What does he do? He gets across the street right before the parking structure, grabs the tag, rips it out, throws it in the trash can, keeps on going. Well, my guys were in the trash can and got the tag. Okay, they watched him do it for court. Okay, put it in the pocket, off and running. Comes out. There he goes back to his house. Well, he gets near his house. He doesn't go to his house at first. And in the meantime, my assistant's trying to get a black and white to stop him because we're in plain cars. We're not supposed to stop people in plain cars. Rolling. Can't find anybody. Our agency, we're rolling our agency. Another agency, I mean, he's trying like hell to get somebody. Anybody. Instead of calling 911, he's not going to do that. Well, where does the guy go? He goes to Goodwill. Okay. Pulls into Goodwill. What a nice guy. He gets the suitcase out. We're watching him. He's in the back seat. Open the door. We can see what he's doing. Unzips it. Gets all the clothes. Stacks it on the roof. We're trying to get a black and white to stop him. In the meantime, gets all the clothes, closes the door, goes inside and donates them to Goodwill. Donates your clothes to Goodwill, not his clothes. Okay, he wants to get rid of it. There's nothing there of value. Okay, it turns out later on we found out in that thing was a computer and an iPhone in that briefcase or the suitcase. That's why he got rid of all the stuff he doesn't need. So as he comes out, I told my partner, I can't wait. We got to do something. I'm watching it. I'm seeing felony committed right in front of me. We're not going to let this guy get away. Once he starts goes mobile, we might have a pursuit by the agency. Something could happen. He knows he's a felon. He knows he's going to go to prison. He knows he's got stolen property. This could be really bad. Take him down. So, the whole world falls on him. Guys out with guns. They put him down. Everybody's watching. All these people are on Goodwill. Oh my gosh, we're all over the place. So about that time, the local police shows up. Finally, we got him handcuffed and everything. So we tell them, I told you what happened. They're like, what are we going to do? I said, well, if you wouldn't mind, just stand by. We're going to call the cavalry, our agency, that captain. I'm going to call her, and the cavalry will be here. Oh, sure. Supervisor pulls up. I tell him, oh, yeah. He's not going anywhere. I put him in a police car. So I call that captain. I couldn't dial fast enough, okay? What do you got? I told him. She goes, oh, my gosh. He said, I'm sending 10 detectives. They'll be there in half an hour. I said, don't move. I'm not moving, ma'am. And she goes, I'm sending some to the house. Fine. I'll send some to the house, too, just in case he has an accomplice. So my assistant sent 4 guys to the house just to make sure nobody comes out, okay? Care about going in. We're back at the location. We wait. Half an hour goes by. Here comes all these detectives, man, and they're all fired up because they've been ripped off at this airport and they can't solve this crime. Like every other day, they're getting complaints about thousands of dollars of stuff being stolen, and they can't stop it, and they don't have enough resources to have guys sitting at that turnstile or carousel, whatever you call it. So they came and they took them. They changed the cuffs, got our evidence. We just sat back, drove back to the house. It was an old house, 2-story that his mom left him. They told me later, I didn't see this, they went into the house, 3/4 of the first floor was covered with stolen property. The entire second floor was stolen property. Everything you can think of that's of value, golf clubs, all the different kinds of computers, phones, all kinds of stuff. So then they had some keys, and they finally got him to confess he has a storage locker. I don't know where they beat it out of him. I have no idea. They're probably not. But they went to a storage locker. We found this out a few days later. These detectives worked like round the clock for like a day and a half because all this stuff was coming at them. They went to a warehouse, or not a warehouse, a storage facility. You store it, opened up one of those things, and it was like, they said it was $1 million worth of stuff in there. $1 million of stolen property in the house, and who knows what else. And of course, a lot of these bags and stuff had ID. A lot of the stuff was traceable, like the computers and stuff. You'd have a serial number, and you call up somebody, and yeah, it's mine. So they had a lot of victims and solved a lot of crimes for basically using probably 6 hours of overtime a day so 60 hours of overtime for about 4 days. What's that? 240 hours of overtime, which is a lot of money that for our overtime, because above and beyond our 8 hours, they solved this huge crime. I think it's worth your money and our budget to do something like that. It was very, very good. We just drifted into the wind, and nobody knew we were there. And guy pled guilty. He was an ex-con. He's on parole, which I told you parole never works. So he goes back to prison. I mean, there's no trial hardly needed on this thing. It's a done deal. But the nicest thing is they solved all these crimes and gave all this property back to all you guys, all the victims. Tons of stuff. We heard there was just days of putting it up on the line and getting ready for the, not an auction, but a display. People come in and identify things, a certain way they can identify, like lockets and bracelets and stuff that you have your name on the back, or it's an heirloom, or you have recorded. You can get all that stuff back. Well, that was the neat part about it, that the public you benefited from us taking this guy down. Long story, I'm sorry, but it was pretty good. The captain was all beside herself. She rose commendation. She called our captain. She thought we were the best things since sliced bread, and we were. We did a really good job on this one. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the facts, okay? Anyway, see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.